Welcome to the first week of summer, Aquarius, and welcome back to the Honey Sea Star Tarot. So this week, as we enter Cancer season, as we enter the summer from June 22nd through June 26th, you guys are getting a massive lifestyle breakthrough. Almost gave me goosebumps looking at your astrology. So actually it did. But either way, this week we have the third Cancer Stellium igniting. This one is the most powerful that we have seen in all of June. And for you, this powerhouse, this transit of solar shift energy is going to illuminate your sixth house. That is your daily work, your health routines, your physical wellness, your acts of service. And it's potent, it's prolific. It is aligning between the Sun, Jupiter, and Mercury. And this Cancer Stellium is going to carry us through all the way through the rest of June just about, until Jupiter joins Venus in Leo. That is where your heart's desires, your luck, your opportunities all want to take up space. They want to take the center stage spotlight. This Cancer Stellium is blessed. You are going to be blessed. There is massive prolific energy concentrating because the Sun is your conscious vitality. It is your momentum picking up, your opportunities picking up momentum. Jupiter's got the expansion. It's got the luck. It's got the blessings involved. Jupiter builds wealth and legacy at the same time. He's also protection when it comes to your dreams. Long-held dreams as well, by the way. Mercury, our winged messenger, that is your thoughts, ideas, insights, inspirations. There is this sharp organizational aspect that Mercury is bringing to your ideas. It's very pragmatic with it all happening in your sixth house as well. This is your daily habits, choices, the lifestyle that you choose with each and every decision, each and every day. And this is going to be a massive, deep upgrade for you. Your life, your day-to-day life is about to change in a very radical way. So there is something here that is very physically healing. It's productive work breakthroughs. It's building day-to-day life routines that genuinely support your mind, your body, and your soul, your spirit. There is an awakening happening here. And remember, for those that have not seen the weekend read, we just had Uranus at a tight 1 degree square at the bending of the nodes. This is your true calling, your true destined direction. It is divinely orchestrated. And starting on Monday, the Sun also has a date with the nodes. So it is trining the North Node and sextiling the South Node, which are in Pisces. The North Node's in Pisces, and then the South Node is in Virgo. So this is about surrendering to your highest timeline, to your highest, best lifestyle. Before we get started, though, I just truly want to say thank you guys so much for being here. Thanks for being part of the Honey Sea Star family. Each and every one of you guys, every which way that you're here. Your views, your likes, your shares, your hypes, your comments, your subscribes, your memberships, super thanks, donations, Honey Sea Star store purchases, all of it is what keeps this family growing so that we all rise together, and most importantly is what elevates these messages so that they reach the hearts and the ears that need them most when they need them most. So truly, for each and every one of you, I am so grateful and I love you back. So let's get into the cards, because Monday, as I was saying, you have Uranus interacting with destiny. The Sun is now pouring momentum into these breakthroughs. Has to do with your life. Every day, changing. So the Moon on Monday, in the beginning part of the week really, is going to be in Libra. That is resting in your 9th house. That is your highest timeline, higher self-wisdom, higher learning, travel, personal philosophy. Something about your emotions is pouring into how you view your life, where you want it to go, what you've been preconditioned to believe versus where that no longer fits your truth. And at the same time, this is where, like Spirit is saying, it is time to say goodbye to your past, your preconditionings, traumas, pains. Leave that baggage behind for good. There's a new beginning into this new era that you're walking into. So stop ruminating over what you did do, what you didn't do. Just let it go. Reclaim your power. Stop giving it away to the past. and live in the present, because your life is about to change in a very drastic way. So the moon in Libra, which is all about balance, right? You're moving towards this expansion, broader horizons, brighter horizons with your ninth house. It's going to be forming a tense opposition to Neptune and Saturn. They are both in Aries in your third house. And remember, these two are traveling together, anchoring your dreams into reality. Neptune is your dreams. It's your compassion. It's your vision for your life. And Saturn is time and energy. It governs karma. Saturn is also accountability, putting you back in the driver's seat. Neptune is dissolving illusions about what you believe isn't or is possible. So with them both being in Aries, this is the first sign of the zodiac in your third house. Your words, your mindset, your local community. These are one-on-one relationships, conversations with your male person, that you come into contact with every single day, right? It is aligning you to the true chosen soul tribe that are for or are here to help you, help lead you into your highest timeline. It could be your hairstylist. It could be siblings. It could be your neighbor. There is something that is breaking free here, and it's coming through in the form of conversations, insights, downloads, ideas. The moon as well will also be trine, harmoniously interacting with Pluto, the planet of transformation. So where judgment is coming out in reverse, this is where something is cracking open with your energy and motion, with where you're headed, with how you're communicating, with Pluto retrograde reclaiming your sense of self, your sense of identity in your first house, thinking about your future. Where there's been misjudgments, misinterpretations, where there's been lack of clear judgment. With the South Node being in Virgo too, speaks to where you've been basically being overly critical of yourself. Stuck into this analysis paralysis of I can't. At the same time, the moon will also be sextile with Venus. That is your heart's desires, and she just so happens to be in Leo, making your relationships in your seventh house, one-on-one relationships, commitments, truly your point of, elevation. So this is where it's you're being asked to surrender in a lot of ways. Wherever you've felt stagnation, where you've been refusing to make a stand, a decision with a partnership, with how you've been stuck in this comfort zone, I guess is how I would put it, in your day-to-day, thinking that your dreams aren't deserving in a lot of ways as well. And if that resonates, let me know, because this is where, especially with your ninth house here, with the moon there, you're looking at how emotionally invested you are in your grand vision, your future ideals, knowing you deserve it rather than being too hard on yourself. And remember, the South Node in Virgo is all about really recognizing the nurturing care, especially with Cancer season, about where you've been being too hard on yourself, and realizing nobody is perfect. That's why hindsight's always 20/20, right? So this is where your grand visions, your future ideals, with the Six of Wands, where you take action, where you devote your time and energy, are directly colliding with this rigid, confusing, restricted energy. And it's coming through in a way that is going to shed insights through conversations or in your immediate environment. It's you're seeing things with new eyes and a new perspective. And it's aligning you to what needs to change. I will also say too, with all of this activated at the same time, with the North Nodes interacted and being activated, your deeper personal evolution and the supportive relationships in your life that fill you up rather than drain you are giving you the power to bridge the gap. Monday is going to feel like you're riding this massive hot air balloon. You're straining against a heavy tangled rope that is tied to a concrete sidewalk, and you're wanting to take off, but for some reason there's an anchor in the worst of ways that is holding you back, right? It's a tug of war that is emerging between this longing to escape into this philosophical idea and the frustration of feeling restricted by how people around you are communicating with you, right? How you're able to be accepted, received. There's mental stress over the local details. It may cause minor tension or headaches or eye strain. It's going to all signal a need through the body, which your sixth house activates. And your body is your temple, right? The body always keeps the score. So it's going to signal a need to look away from your screens, from short-term vision or short-sighted vision, and look at a bigger horizon, because you're headed towards achievements. This is advancement. This is significant progress. This is also standing in your confidence of where your inner light is allowed to shine because you allow it to shine. So this is like facing mental blocks between your big picture and what you see for your life and the confusion, the exhaustion of the details in every single day that have been distracting you, the misunderstandings that have been causing chaos as well. So in this tug of war, you're learning that true wisdom must be practiced in your everyday words, not just held in the abstract concept in your mind. Be vulnerable. Share your gifts. Share your talents. Share your vulnerabilities. Because this is where, as you stand in your confidence for who you are, what you believe, where you want to go, this is where the misconceptions start cutting through the red tape. This is seeing and receiving the validation, the respect that you deserve, because it starts with you. Your dreams deserve them too. And if that resonates, let me know. So in this energy, if you're trying to plan a long distance trip or deciding to go back to school, really reach into your surrender through finding your spirituality, grounding that into your day-to-day life. This is like looking at like confusing emails, minor contract issues, misrepresentations or projections from people that are trying to dim that light within you, and with how you take action towards your true calling. And you're cutting through, as I said, the red tape. And on Tuesday, on the 23rd, the moon, you're looking at the past. I do want to also put out here as well, Mercury is in its shadow period. We will have Mercury going into retrograde. He will also stay in Cancer all the way into August. So people from your past dreams are coming up, past ideas, past inspirations, past thoughts, past misconceptions are all coming back for refinement. And remember, he is our winged messenger. This is how you connect with your spirituality, with the universe, co-collaborate, how you articulate in a lot of ways. There is something here tied to the past, especially with the Six of Cups coming in. And remember, bee balm, not only one of my favorite wildflowers. If it's yours too, let me know. My only thing with living in the country was as soon as it would come into bloom, like overnight, the deer would come and eat all the tops. And I'm like, oh, well, they were pretty. What happened? This is where you're looking at the past. And it's like there's this rumination. So I just want to pull it out again. Stop ruminating over what you did do, what you didn't do. We've all been there. Because it's really giving your power away. It's causing this fixation, this stagnation. This is where you're unable to move on from past events. There is something that is calling you to say goodbye to that past. Leave that baggage where it is. More importantly, learn from it. And see where it has been taking your power. Release it. Reclaim your power. You've got the planet of transformation in your sign, thinking about your future. And on Tuesday, while the moon is still in your 9th house in Libran energy, balancing out the scales, creating harmony in your life, in your emotions, and how you feel, right? There's a tangible aspect to this. And remember, Cancer energy is very nurturing. So whoever has told you that you are closed off, that you're not a nurturing person, I'm just going to call BS on it. You may be calling BS on it as well on Tuesday. So the moon in Libra in your 9th house on Tuesday is going to create a very, a little bit of conflict, friction to Mercury, looking back at the past, and Jupiter. about where you have been nurtured, where you haven't been nurtured, I should say, especially with this nostalgia tie, where your dreams haven't been fulfilled, where it's affected your health, your daily life choices. This square is going to force you to take action through discomfort, or these squares, I should say. Here is where your desire to dream big, to explore, to philosophize, did I say that right? Let me know. Is going to directly clash with the urgent, heavy demands of your actual daily life, your work responsibilities, your health routines. Something may manifest here. You may be really seeing how this energy has affected your health, because remember, your body is your spiritual temple in this existence, in this life experience. You are the architect standing on this empty plot of land, staring at a beautiful blueprint, while at the same time there may be like a pile of loose bricks that all of a sudden your foot finds when you were not paying attention and you're tripping over it, right? It's that kind of energy. So know that your dreams are meant to lead you to wealth and success, security. This is TLC Cancer energy. The North Node is asking you to trust. So this is where that South Node in Virgo kind of comes in, because you might be overthinking your grand long-term life plans with this energy. It's causing you to lose focus on the small little details. And remember, where normally people like to say the devil's in the details, I'm a Virgo. So I believe that the wisdom is in the details, but you don't want to get stuck in the weeds, right? You want to make sure that you're able to zoom in and zoom out, because that's where practical application comes for that wisdom in the details. It helps you really look at the big picture and also see how all the dots connect. And that's where organizing chaos comes in. Those are the higher expressions of Virgo. Just saying. And if you resonate with that, let me know. Because I will say too, we'll get into it, but Friday, there is a little bit of chaos. But remember, with the universe, the fun way about its divine orchestration is out of chaos always comes order. Friday's going to be a little bit of an electric fun day. Friday fun day. But before we get there, Tuesday, in this wave of feeling restless, right? In this wave of possibly like frustrations of unfulfilled dreams. If your daily job or your physical chores have been trapping you or making you feel trapped or pulled away from experiencing your true authentic feeling of freedom, where instead it just feels like mundane, this is where that energy really challenges you to find the sacred in the ordinary, which is again another higher expression of Virgo. And I will also say, prepare yourself, because in the next couple of weeks, the nodes will be changing signs. They're moving to Leo and also to Aquarius. So there's something here. Just remember, nobody's perfect. Surrender that life is a beautiful mess. That's what makes it beautiful. And look, you've got two major arcana with the Temperance at the bottom, freeing you from where you felt like you needed to be heavily guarded, where you weren't able to share yourself, where maybe there was some upsets in unfulfilled dreams, where those dreams felt too big to hold. We're going to talk about this. So as this really grounds you with your 6th house activation, with that arching Cancer Stellium, there is an understanding here that organizing your daily life is the foundational step to manifesting your highest dreams. It's the butterfly effect, right? Every action causes a reaction. Every step is what creates the journey. And if that resonates, let me know. So just know that your body being activated with the 6th house the way that it is, with this Cancer Stellium, it is time where it's really going to start speaking to you. Wherever you feel misaligned, the way that you will best see your intuition, your soul's guidance talking to you through your intuition, just saying, High Priestess is here, is experiencing like physical fatigue, digestive issues, could be caused by trying to rush through your meals, maybe not eating the best things for your body. I'm just saying I am one of these people. I struggle with gluten. Let me tell you, when I am stressed, I love me some streusel. Does my body pay for it? Yes. Do I end up going to it every single time because my mind still thinks of it as the stress coping mechanism when I used to be able to eat a lot of gluten without any issues? You betcha. Do I pay for it? Unfortunately. This is that type of an awakening. So your body's going to be speaking to you and illuminating where you've been misaligned, where you've been ignoring your body's basic health routines because your mind is somewhere else altogether. This is where, again, you're being reminded that you are the architect. You are the creator. Follow your intuition. Connect with the divine. Ground yourself in this energy. Ground yourself in your energy. And that includes the best and the worst of you. Because remember, none of us are always one or the other, right? We are always this beautiful mess, perfectly imperfect, imperfectly perfect. Tap into your intuition, your psychic energy. Ground yourself through meditation. Your body will be speaking. And there is something here about your higher calling that is leading you towards spiritual teaching. You guys are the innovators. You guys are the biggest mind, the expansive mind of the zodiac. There's a new beginning in embracing this inner wisdom, this remembrance in a lot of ways as well, and also to the dualities. Seeing what is breaking or needs to break free or realign itself in a powerful way in partnerships, in decisions, through reflection, in discernment. There's something here. And remember, the moon is in Libra. It's all about this balance to bring what was out of alignment back into alignment so that you can truly manifest. So when you align with your spirituality, with your faith, through that surrender, you're opening up your creative power, your constructive power, your mastery in a lot of ways. You're articulating that spiritual teaching, that remembrance. You're getting the ideas from Mercury as the glass ceiling breaks from Uranus to reach higher, dream bigger. This is manifesting plans, putting ideas into practice, like living what you preach kind of energy. And spirit, the universe is saying everything is ready. Listen to your guides. This is Mercury. Your crown chakra is tapped in and lit up at this point. And on Wednesday, once the moon shifts into Scorpio, that is where the raw truth comes out. Your truth. This is Sagittarius energy. There's a new beginning with a brand new foundation that's meant to be uncovered as you have this lifestyle breakthrough this week. So the moon, once it shifts into Scorpio, it will be shifting into your 10th house. How do you feel about your career? Your emotions are really tapped into how you're seen. Because their 10th house is also honors and achievements. It's your soul life calling, your life direction, your purpose, how you let that purpose shine in the public spotlight. There is also going to be a trine between the moon in Scorpio and the sun in Cancer. So you've got this 10th house, 6th house axis activating. That's big. It's got something to do about your work, something about your daily life, your professional success. These two are like the two career houses, right? And how it's like impacting work-life balance, daily choices. There's something here because the moon is also going to be squared with Pluto in your sign, in your first house. This is how you identify with those roles, how you allow yourself to truly elevate your self-expression in those roles. It introduces a power struggle between the demands of your public career and your intense private personal transformation. It's kind of like this butterfly stepping out onto like a high stone balcony, don't know why I couldn't say that word, to face like this roaring crowd while quietly feeling the heavy weight of the crown that is on their head, right? And I say like it's like a monarch butterfly. It's like, I don't know all the names of the butterflies. I'm sorry. That's the only one that comes to me. But it's that kind of crown of success. You're coming into a rebirth. So in that aspect, there's an internal balance that is the catalyst of your healing. It's tapping into your creativity, your talents, your gift. It's a fusion to achieve something in your art. You've got your crown chakra lit up here, and your intuition is guiding you. So your mind is going to be activated on Wednesday. It's going to be laser focused on your professional ambitions, your soul life calling. It's going to almost feel like you're obsessed with uncovering these hidden power dynamics. At work, there's truth, there's hidden enemies coming out. And remember, Scorpio energy, the moon is wearing like she brought out the red dress with the red lipstick with, I don't know, I can't walk in them, 6-inch high heels kind of energy. Your emotions are going to feel that little sauciness, I guess. This is where you're looking at like what's draining you emotionally, where you need to pull your power back, reclaim it, be conservative with how you let your emotions fly, especially with this like fierce, passionate drive to succeed in the eyes of the world. Know that what you do, when it's paired with this sharp protective urge to defend your personal privacy, to defend your identity, guard your energy, I cannot stress this enough, boundaries set you free. So you may experience in this energy a profound, prolific breakthrough. But it starts with purging the old identity patterns where you allowed your career status or other people's expectations to dictate who you are or who you believed you were meant to be, who you should be. Because anything else than just being yourself is just plain old exhausting. And this is where it's led you, right? You've got Saturn trying to anchor your truth. This is a new tribulation for you. So where have you been feeling that excessive responsibility, trying too hard, feeling the pressure? It's nearing an end. All you got to do is put down these staffs or these wands, right? Wands are all about your action. They're all about like where you invest your time and energy. And in the middle of this, what's really being impacted is your how you feel about your heart's desires. This is Venus, and where you take action. This is Aries. So in this energy, it's like you've been striving so hard to try and achieve this familial bliss, really committing to your relationships, to your commitment to work, even to your obligations. You want the energy to be met with that reciprocal support, with the heart chakra being here. This is this massive surge of adrenaline and ambition that requires hard work and intense physical movement. But if you don't use it, then it uses you. And if that resonates, let me know, because it can manifest with physical tension in your shoulders and your spine. And this is where you're being asked to step into your authority. But it starts with staying true to your personal core values, so that you don't sacrifice yourself along the way, right? This is your stability, what you believe is your success, your prosperity, your bliss, your harmony. Don't sacrifice your peace at the cost of how other people have told you you needed to be or how you needed to live, their expectations of you and your self-expression altogether. So Thursday is where this turning point comes in, because there is this beautiful steady anchor happening. Venus, heart's desires, is going to be trine with Saturn. This is big. Has a lot to do with your 10th house, your partnerships, your 6th house, your day-to-day, and your communication happening as well. These two are really where you want to lean in. So there's a lot going on this day, but it's going to feel like you're this dancer performing on this brightly lit stage. You can't even see the crowd. It's heat. It's hot under all those lights. You're unable to see the audience through that thick smoke, the glaring spotlights. But there's something leading you towards this. This is success. This is lasting wealth. This is your legacy. This is where your family life is fruitful, stable, financial security, stable foundations, good business partners. So the moon in Scorpio in your 10th house will square Venus in Leo. So this is a lot of intense energy. Leo wants your heart's desires, particularly in your 7th house, your partnerships when it comes to your heart's desires, your commitments, to really take center stage. And the Scorpio moon is looking at the raw truth of where your career is either aligned or misaligned. The sun in your 6th house will also be square with Neptune. Remember, the sun's in Cancer. It wants you to nurture your vitality, what lights you up. This is something where you're like looking at TLC. Look at this energy. This is so good. And at the bottom of the deck, when you stand in your strength, I'm just saying, these are all at the bottom of the deck. This is what the Scorpio moon is revealing. Remember, it wants the raw truth. It's redirecting you for a reason. And remember, life happens for you, not to you, no matter how disruptive it feels. So Neptune, remember, ruled by is the ruler of Pisces in your 3rd house. It's your vision, it's your compassion, it's your dreams, it's collective compassion as well. So it's not just compassion for yourself, it's compassion for others. It's like situational versus dispositional understanding when it comes to misunderstandings. And if that resonates, let me know. Because I always give the example, it's like, it is life happens for you versus to you kind of mindset as well. It's the I get to versus I have to when it comes to your obligations. Mindset changes everything. Perspective changes everything. This is that energy. With the sun, your vitality, squaring Neptune in your 3rd house like this. And with the Scorpio moon, squaring Venus like this. And remember, Venus and Saturn are going to be your steady anchor. So Saturn is anchoring your heart's desires into where you invest your time and energy. He is in Aries. So this is big for you. This is where you take action, where you focus your manifestations, really clarifying what's true to you, what lights you up, what fills your heart, what you define as success in your life, who you define as your chosen soul tribe family. This is going to feel like a little bit of a foggy, complex day. The squares are going to create this like friction point between your public career demands, your work life demands, the expectations of others in your 10th house, against your emotional expectations of your romantic partnerships, your business partnerships. Somebody may not be meeting you halfway, but remember, you've got justice right after this. This is mastery. This is harmony with Libran energy. This is truth. If you're facing a legal matter when it comes to contracts and commitments, this is good karma on your side. It's really time to voice your needs and your desires. Something about your voice, your words are going to hold meaning when you express them and focus on your foundations, what makes you feel safe, because Cancer energy is about home and family, safety, security. Where does it need nurturing? In this energy, there's going to be kind of this cloud of confusion, of compromises around your daily communications. So could be mental fog about a project or the direction where a project is headed at work. It could be a misrepresentation, comments from a business partner, client, close loved ones, where they just don't hit the right way. And you're calling justice. You're making a judgment call. You're utilizing your discernment. This is also where Spirit is saying don't jump to conclusions. Focus on the equitability, where you take action, where you invest your time and energy. You've got Saturn anchoring what you value most with Taurian energy here, as Pisces, the visionary, is asking you to innovate how you put your dreams and tingle your dreams into the foundations of your everyday life. Every single decision with mindfulness. This could be feeling like if you are caught in the middle of this tense tug of war between wanting to show up perfectly and feeling drained by the demands of others' expectations. This is where you're like, okay, I get it. Being me is enough. When I stand in my truth, I don't feel drained. And I know it's enough. That's where your solar plexus becomes ignited. You become walking inspiration because you're just being you. So if there is something here where you're feeling mentally or emotionally exhausted, that something that leaves you feeling spaced out, where your body is urgently demanding boundaries, quiet time, a break from talking. Know that this is where your crown, your alignment with your crown chakra, is being activated. It could be misreading an important message from a loved one, a partner, a sibling, a client, a coworker. You could be finalizing a very stable, disciplined communication agreement behind the scenes here. Because Scorpio energy is about the truth coming to light, right? Also revealing hidden enemies. This is where, as you look at this personal challenge, the hidden wisdom that comes from the moon being in Scorpio, there is a new beginning that allows you to reclaim your power, but stand in your full potential, because it's focusing your energy towards this constructive, solutions-oriented, positive, creative, innovative energy. This is new ideas about how to approach resolving what has been misrepresented. And remember, this is where you're driving. I mean, what? I got goosebumps. If you did too, let me know. So Thursday, oh wait, that was Thursday. Was that Thursday? Yeah, that was Thursday. I'm looking at my notes here on my astrology. Just know Thursday's going to be a breakthrough, where you're breaking through these clouds, right? You're the one that's on the center stage. Even though you can't see the crowd, you can't see the judgment of the crowd, you're being asked to stand in your strength. And then Friday, like I was saying, watch out for Friday's chaos. Just remember, the universe talks in this language, and out of chaos always comes order. So Friday is going to be I'm going to break out the F word. It is going to be a fun Friday. It's up to you on if it's actually truly fun, or if you're breaking it out like fun. You know what I'm talking about. If that resonates, let me know. Put a heart in the comments below, because it's going to be fast. It's going to be active. The moon in Scorpio is going to trine Mercury and Jupiter, the Cancer Stellium. That's in your 6th house. The Scorpio moon is your emotions, the raw truth of how you feel about your aspirations, your long-held dreams, where you want to see, expand. Ideas, insights, perspective, your vitality. There's momentum headed towards your dreams that you're being urged to reach for. There's always a but. So the Scorpio moon, as you're standing in this strength, really igniting this inner fire, making massive lifestyle upgrades that no longer drain you, that let you hold your center. This is where the moon will oppose Mars. And Mars is in Taurus, in your 4th house. This is domestic energy. It's home, family, your family roots, preconditionings, past life traumas, family traumas, what makes you feel safe and secure or what doesn't. Mars in Taurus, he doesn't typically excel, but it's not like quick growth and action, but it's grounded energy. He grounds each and every step into tangibility, because Taurus energy is about the experience of the body, the sacred experience of the body. So now you've got your emotions pouring into this opposition. You're seeing where you feel strong and where the beast needs to be tamed. And remember, the maiden, she's tapped into her full potential. She's enlightened, right? She's seeing the lion not with fear, but in the knowledge that love always triumphs over hate. It also transcends time and space. It is your superpower. Have the courage, the kindness, the harmony of your vision to truly live your best life. And it starts with each and everything that has been roaring its ugly head. Lions aren't ugly, but you know what I mean. The moon will also then leap into Sagittarius, into your 11th house. So the moon's going to get very social here. And through this energy, as Mars kind of and the Scorpio moon creates this feeling of being torn between this urge to blend, maybe feeling overly emotional, where you're asked to find your center through this social storm, even though there's spikes in your nervous system. You're feeling restless in your muscles. You're feeling sudden adrenaline bursts with the dynamic tension that's going on. Could be a family argument at home, especially early in the morning. Maybe it's over something that is, hopefully you can laugh about later, where it's like, well, you said that you were going to make the coffee, or why did you steal all the hot water? Those types of energies, right? Could be even more profound, right? There is a sudden bolt of electric energy that is going to surge through Friday. And it's also going to bring a radical shift into your friend group, your social circles, a collaborative project that like suddenly forces you to pivot your personal creative plans. It's going to feel uncomfortable, but there's support here. It's going to help you break free. It's going to help you express your creative independence, your personal hobbies. It's going to help you reshuffle, reprioritize your calendar. It's going to bring you out of stagnation. And I say that because the moon is going to leap into Sagittarius, into your 11th house. That is your long-held dreams, your social circle, your sense of belonging. That's a big one here. Then the moon is going to oppose the Great Awakener, Uranus, in Gemini, in your 5th house of bliss. That is romance, that is love, that is children, creative expression, your art, your craft, your talent, your gifts. And the moon in Sag, which is focusing on truth, wants you to hold compassion as it trines Neptune in your 3rd house and sextiles Pluto, reclaiming your power and your sense of identity in your 1st house. So there's something about communicating your sovereignty through your creativity here. It's going to be a breakthrough. It's going to be pointing you towards the right direction. It's putting into action something that allows you to stand in your external strength. Really stand 10 toes down, firmly planted in knowing who you are, what you bring to the table when it comes to where this is kind of like the realization that like your self-expression, your creative expression, your joy, your bliss, your love, they are not extras or accoutrements to your life. They are the foundation. Each and every day. You'll be surprised at how much when you honor them, how much of a difference it makes. And that's where out of chaos comes order, because it's helping you plant your feet firmly while you've got this inner fire burning and you've got the sun right after this. This is your sovereignty. This is reclaiming your power, holding your center against whatever comes at you, whatever tensions, right? Whatever disruptions come through, where you've got to, it gives you this adaptable energy where you're not stuck in only one way, but all of a sudden you see so many ways. And they all connect to source, to your intuition. You've got the child here riding this horse. He's I always love this saying. So I used to live in a bohemian area. It was very agricultural, very rural. It was absolutely gorgeous, by the way. But they always had the saying of like, let your freak flag fly. And what that means is like, be you in all the wonderful quirks, eccentricities, because that's how you light up the world. That's where you stand in your sovereignty, your individuality. That's where you connect with source, because it also connects with your truth. And if that makes sense, if that resonates, let me know, because it breaks you out of like whatever this preconditioning was to like put a box around who you were. And all of a sudden you start filling your life with all the amazing things that you are, right? That fill you up with vitality, enthusiasm, jubilation. This is dancing in the rain kind of energy, right? Standing in your confidence, leading with compassion, feeling contentment in yourself, in who you are, in what you do, in your talents, in your gifts, in how you express yourself, how you give voice, how you sing. There is like this instant lightning that is lighting up thousands of faces, and you're not afraid to be seen when you embrace your power. This is that energy on Friday. I'm just saying, and it's a new beginning in a way where you know you're enough, but you're also being received in that same way. And it is time to go on the adventure that aligns you with your true path. And I don't even need to shuffle. I was just called to the bottom there. You are protected. Remember, Jupiter is protection. you've got this Cancer Stellium blessing light into each and every one of your days, each and every one of your dreams, your habits, your lifestyle, your health, your wealth, your physical healing. So wherever you have felt restricted, you're breaking free. This is daring to do things differently, singing your wild song, manifesting your travel dreams. If you've been feeling like craving to go somewhere, experience something new, dream bigger, explore more, this is your confirmation. You are more powerful than you know. And this is the week where you start seeing that and you start living by it each and every day. So decide what you want, what you really want, what your heart really wants, because you have the ingenuity to claim it. It's time to rise because there's a path unfolding. So again, release that past. Stop ruminating over it. Stop letting it discern and decide your future and your present. There is a path that is asking you to step into this role as a teacher. We had the High Priestess energy come out. That is the spiritual teacher, right? Your soul is asking to rise above the challenges and know that love in you is your perseverance and your superpower and your path. Your mastery at finding the life's flow in this energy is not only unfolding, this is protected. You have everything within you that you need to be protected and happy. And this is where your lifestyle, your perspective starts shifting from this will never work, I can't, I am not worthy, I need to earn my abundance, to I can, I am the creator, I am abundance. My life, each and every day, live to its fullest energy. And this is longevity, this is legacy. This is Jupiter, right? Turtles, sea turtles in particular. Let me know in the comments below because I can never quote this. So if I get it wrong, I'm sorry. But they are like what? Their lifespan is 150-ish years. I'm going to break out the ish there. So know that this is meant to last. This is building something for July as well. That is a new era that we are walking into once Jupiter moves in with Venus in Leo. I'm just saying, stay tuned. Your partnerships, your commitments, your 7th house. Some of you may be getting married, starting something new. I don't know what it is, but there's something happening for you in July. I'm just saying. I got goosebumps when I said it too, so I'm excited. But either way, if this message resonates with you, if you like the way that I read, by all means, you guys are what elevate these messages. So like, share, subscribe, share your thoughts in the comments below. That could be the confirmation someone else needs when they need it the most, to be very honest. Hype, I cannot tell you how much hyping it, each and every video, makes such a difference. I cannot even articulate, but I love seeing the analytics of it because I'm a nerd. Either way, whichever way you guys are here, if you want to get early access on readings as well, consider joining. Memberships, donations, super thanks, Honey Sea Star store purchases. All of it is what keeps these messages going, keeps this family growing. Whatever comes in this week, just know that it is meant to bring you aligned to the lifestyle that you're meant to truly receive and experience. And I am sending you so much love and light. Take care. Have a beautiful week, first week of summer, and I will see you in the next reading.